So a second reading, chapter 11, it's called Know Why. It's the first chapter in the second section, which is about purpose. In this section of the book, we spend a lot of time just reading Proverbs, really practical Proverbs, and talking about really practical ways to pursue a dream and no matter what, to become the person God's inviting you to become. So chapter 11, Know Why. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. John Gordon says, burnout is more often caused by a purpose deficiency than a vitamin deficiency. Remember your why. Why are you doing this? When my wife and I found out she was pregnant with our first son, Xander, I made a decision. Leading a healthy lifestyle was no longer optional. It had to be done. So what did I do? I ate better, I started running, and in the 9 months that followed, I lost 20 pounds. Now, for years, I'd wanted to take better care of myself physically and hadn't. I tried all sorts of diets and cleanses, nothing stuck. I'd often imagined the life I could live or the life I should live, thinking one day I'll get back into shape. But burnout after burnout left me thinking, maybe I'm just not trying hard enough, or perhaps I'll never get back into shape. But when Xander was born, everything changed. What changed? My why. The arrival of Xander shifted my life's priorities. I decided the best gift I could give my new son was a healthy dad. I decided professionally, spiritually, and physically, I would be at the top of my game when he joined our family. After years of wandering in the desert from diet to cleanse, from exercise fad to new mountain bike, once my why became clear, I finally got committed. Your why is your vision. It's what you're really after in life. It's not something that changes with the shifting winds. It's a commitment. Knowing why with clarity is extremely important. If your why is foggy, you won't be committed when things get tough. Here are 3 signs your why isn't clear enough. First, you try all the time. Trying is something uncommitted people do. When you have a clear vision, though, when you know what you're after with clarity, you either do it or you don't. There is no middle ground of trying. Second thing, when your why isn't clear, you talk about what could happen. When you don't know your why, you live in a world of could and should. With a clear why, though, what must happen is the only thing that matters. What could happen and what should happen aren't things you think about because you're too busy being committed to what must happen. Finally, you complain a lot. In my view, complaints are a byproduct of a foggy vision. When your commitments are unclear, circumstances rule the day. You don't see where you're going, so you end up complaining about the struggles of today. Reread the last 3 sentences. So for the sake of reading this chapter appropriately, I'm just going to reread the last 3 sentences. Complaints are a byproduct of a foggy vision. When your commitments are unclear, circumstances rule the day. You don't see where you're going, so you end up complaining about the struggles that you're facing. Every time you complain, it's a sign your vision isn't clear enough. If you've complained today, your why isn't clear enough. Clarify your why. Commit to it. Stop daydreaming about what could happen or what should happen. Know your why and follow through. A few questions. What is your why? What are you after? Is could or should a part of your vocabulary? What must happen today? What do you complain about? How can a more clear vision help you stop complaining? No matter what, know your why. Get clear about where you're going and what must happen for you to get there. And that's chapter 11. I hope that if you're a student athlete, that was encouraging. And if you're not a student athlete, you realize this book perhaps could be for you as well. Thanks.